You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Project Runway After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Project Runway After Show.
Hey everybody, Bing is for doing, and here at AFTERBUZZ TV, we're doing another Project Runway Season 10, Episode 2, Spin Out Recap. I'm Alina, and I'm going to let my lovely co-hosts introduce themselves.
Hi, it's Cougar.
Hi guys, it's Lauren.
Hey guys, it's Virginia.
All right, we had a really ballsy episode tonight. I think that's going to be the theme.
Balls.
Yes. Balls is the theme of the night.
Yeah, if you guys want to use this as a drinking game tonight, every time we say the word balls, take a drink.
Because balls was business.
Yes.
Balls were business tonight. It was all about that. The challenge, speaking of balls,
Balls.
was called 8 Ball, I believe. Heidi tells them 8 Ball, right?
I don't even know that part.
Or does she just say a ball and I hear 8 Ball?
Spin.
I think they're
You're
getting
probably
drunk
right.
off all the balls already.
8 ball, and you thought she said 8 ball.
Okay, is it her accent?
Our audience is
Alright.
already wasted right now.
Yeah,
The episode title was Spin Out.
So Heidi, looking adorable in her little jacket and pants, tells the designers to meet up Tim and a guest on 34th and Park. And where do they go but a ping pong social club called, what is it called? Spin.
Oh,
Oops, I wasn't ready for that.
Apparently, there's balls flying
It's this
already.
amazing social club by Susan Sarandon. They play ping pong, obviously, and drink and have fun.
yeah, I
Drink and
actually
eat.
read about this a couple of months ago. It was on Perez Hilton. I stalk that website daily, and he was talking about how she has this really racy thing. Everybody kind of goes and gets a little toasty, and I've heard clothes come off sometimes. I don't know.
Whoa.
Yeah. So then when I saw it, I was like,
Susan.
ooh,
Like
yeah.
strip pong?
I think that it kind of started like that, like an underground thing, and then she made it like a real thing. So
She would.
I only
Yeah,
saw
she
ping
would.
pong
She
balls.
would.
If I look good like that at her age, then maybe I would hope I would too.
Would anybody
She
play
looks
strip
good.
pong with Susan Sarandon here?
She's
sure,
cute.
why
She
not?
is.
She's
That'd be
gorgeous.
fun.
She looks great.
I just
Yeah.
wanted you all to say yes.
You had some fine
Thanks,
comments about Susan yourself tonight. didn't you?
yeah.
We might get into those later.
Well, she is a cougar, so
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
nice,
maybe she likes it.
Virginia.
That'll be in our news and updates section.
So they go to Spin, the ping pong social club, and there they're told that they're going to have to create uniforms for the servers and the ball boys. They also have to incorporate the slogan, "Balls are our business," and they're going to have how many? 3 female model.
3 female models
two
and then
male.
2 males. One a ball boy and
design.
one a waiter.
Got it.
Right.
And the winning design is going to be worn by these servers all around the country at Spin. This really cool ping pong social club that I want to go to personally.
Yeah, it sounds like fun.
The
kind of
contestants also, we kind of see them work as the servers. I'm telling you guys, hey, everybody listening, I had really bad insomnia last night, so I'm out of it. I'm sorry. I apologize right now. But point is, the contestants work as servers, and they kind of get a feel of what it's like to work there. So it has to be not only, unique, but comfortable
And functional.
and functional.
Because I think that's if you've never been a server before, you wouldn't think to put pockets, So then as they're testing it out, they were like, oh, wow, we could probably use some pockets here. And how they wanted a contraption to hold the ball, net, thing that they use. I don't know what that would be called.
I mean, it makes a lot of sense to
does.
give them a few minutes to actually experience what it's like, because as much as I like some of the more risque costumes, it wouldn't really work.
Right.
They have 30 minutes to shop and a $500 budget at Mood. So
They were running around like madmen.
Yeah.
running around like madmen.
And we
And
started-
we noticed
before they went to Mood, they kind of talked it out, and
Oh yeah, they
one
got
of
the
the
sketching
team
time.
they got to sketch. So you see one team actually sketching out, trying to figure out what to do, and they're actually working as a team. And then you see the other team, the dream team, they're just kind of all for themselves. And then when they get to Mood, they have no idea what they're going for,
Yeah.
and they're like setting themselves up for disaster. And you'd think that from watching last week that they would have learned, okay, this isn't a solo project. You need to work together. And it really goes to show how it was not cohesive, so I don't understand why they haven't figured that out yet.
Well, you
Like,
saw them
right.
really
Team.
crumble when they got to Mood
Yeah.
immediately.
Oh my.
The balls flying through the air. And the other thing that I think, right from the get-go in this episode that was really quite telling was Ben taking over and micromanaging, and Patricia might have been a little too, or not Patricia, Cindy might have been a
Cindy.
little too sensitive towards his comments. But I kind of feel like Benjamin, even with all of his experience, his leadership wasn't really benefiting the team, and he was trying to get his nose in a little bit everywhere. He had good intention, to hopefully keep them from sinking, but I don't think that he really did the job as the leader that he wanted to be.
Well, we saw last week how overconfidence doesn't really help these contestants, and he
Right.
came off the bat saying, I'm a natural born leader. I've done this before. He talked about being a server, I guess, at a high-end restaurant and designing the
Oh, I've done this.
Right.
done
the
this.
uniforms
I've
as
done.
well.
No, I can't do the English. I've done this. No, I can't.
He's Australian.
Yeah.
Can anybody do that? But it's like English
But
Australian.
he's
Oh,
so
I've done
like
this
cocky
before.
about it though. Like
Ding-
it has like the
dingo.
arrogance
Right.
to it.
Mate, I've done this before.
I don't think
That
that's
was a
how
good-
he sounded.
That was a good try, but no.
Did a dingo eat your
Yeah, he did. He said it right away that you're right. He said that he's done it, and he said that he was purposely trying to get involved in everything that all his other teammates were doing, because he's like, we lost last week, and I don't want to see that happen again. So you saw him really try and get involved in everything, and I kind of thought eventually he was going to go home, but
Benjamin?
well, I did, just because, I mean, I know we'll get there, but he, had a say in two of the outfits, and he was micromanaging, and I thought for that particular challenge, he didn't do a good job, obviously.
I agree, because it's kind of like Apprentice. When you have like
Yeah.
they choose their project manager and then everything fails, it's like, well, that was your idea, you're going home. It was
Right.
very similar, and I felt the same way. I was like, oh
Yeah.
no, he could, and he seems talented, but maybe not in this sense for managing
Yeah.
everybody, and especially with all those different, like, they're already on edge, and then like you saw her kind of like, he's micromanaging me, and then that just that's something else for her to worry about other
Right.
than the project that she needs to do. So I think it did not help at all.
No.
Overall, really interesting, fun challenge. I personally, I like the really fashiony challenges.
Right.
I don't want to see a uniform being made, but I think they had ways of making this really fun.
Yeah.
And I think it was a good one to weed some people out too.
I think it's always good. I think these challenges are good to see how they work with a client and how they work in designing for somebody else.
Yeah.
Because you can't always just design for yourself.
Yeah.
So I think, I agree with you. I don't want to see, a uniform come down the runway. It's not as much fun, but it's a good challenge, and it really shows, who the better designers are. Because I think the better designers can design, high-end fashion, but also have to listen to their client and can do a good job that way. So
What happened last week? What was the challenge again? And it's only 1 week later.
I know.
Their inspiration had to be New York City, and whatever they made had to really showcase who
That's
they were.
right.
So really, this week we got to see them truly work as a team. You're not making just your individual look. You have to get in there and work on something with these people. Let's split it up between the teams, Keeping It Real and Dream Team. We already kind of talked about how they had 30 minutes to sketch, and you were mentioning that some of them, I believe Keeping It Real, got together, got their ideas down, started working as a team, and then we had Dream Team. Virginia, you were mentioning they were scattered and at mood.
I think they just haven't figured it out yet that they need to work together, you know, and like that's what, as soon as they started work, or not Dream Team, keeping it real, you know, they started working together like, okay, I'm going to do this top, you do this bottom. And I'm sorry, what is the guy's name that was helping with the pants, the shorts?
Daniel?
Daniel. And
Yeah.
he was like,
Okay.
you know, I just need to help her because she's the weakest link, but if I help her, it will make us all succeed. That's the mentality that they need to have, and they just don't have that.
He was such a friendly Papa Bear.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's like a
he's sweet.
sweetheart.
He's
Yeah.
also a really wise veteran. He's
Yeah.
what I think Benjamin needs to be.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Daniel is, and it's nice because you hear him talk about how he didn't go to design school and
I learned how to
So-
design in the
On the
streets.
street.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
oops, passionate.
I
about
just
the
got a
street.
little passionate right there. I'm sorry.
It's all
My
right.
bad.
No.
Okay.
Fail. Fail.
Yeah, the engineer's
I'm just
looking at me right now with like weird eyes.
Well, before we
I have no
get,
idea what just happened.
before we get to the workroom low, do you want to tell people about?
I do. Although I am kind of bummed still that we don't have a fan favorite this time around, because
Oh.
normally that's always how we talk about iTunes, because we do love our iTunes. So I kind of want to know at this point, I know it's very early, but do you guys have a fan favorite right now? Anybody?
Alina.
I like Daniel so far.
Yeah.
He's a great team player. He has a cute, quirky personality, and you know he's a
Yeah.
really good designer. What can you say?
Yeah. What about you, Cougar?
Seconding the Daniel pick. Of all of their personalities, he is the most likable, and I think so far he's really the only one that's shown himself to be very likable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. I think that's kind of boring that I'm not picking somebody separate, but I really like that he is okay with teaching other people without telling them what to do. Like what we saw with him today with Leanna, however you say her name. I loved how he really just kind of took her under his wing, and he was happy to teach her. And you know, it's not about being the best. He doesn't do it in a really cocky way. And I think, aside from being extremely talented, I think that's what I love about him most.
I like him. I agree. He's awesome. But I like Joseph. I think he's quirky.
Joseph.
What?
Yes.
Joseph.
What
I
a
don't
random
Joseph.
pick.
Random.
Sorry.
Random.
Joseph was the one that wanted to do, didn't he want to do polka dots?
That
And
guy
that he
is
was like picking out
creepy.
polka dots. He mountains cats on his
Mountain
designs or
kitties.
something.
I
Creepy.
mean, it's better than the blazer that we saw Cindy go
Uh,
down.
I think I don't know. The day I see you walk in here in a sweater mountain with kitties,
yeah.
then I'll believe
Versus
you.
a
Joseph,
sharp
if you're
blazer.
watching, send me that sweater and I will wear it.
No.
Well,
Kitty-
aside, that's
gotta
our
watch out
fan
here.
favorites. But if you guys want to chime in and tell us yours, or tell us what you think about this season so far, please go to iTunes. You can subscribe to us there, and you can comment, and you want to rate us. Of course, you want to give us 5 stars, and tell us how it's going. And also, of course, continue to pass it on to your friends, because we want all you fashionistas and fashionistas to join the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
if
agree.
you download this episode, you can use it as a drinking game. Remember, every
right.
time we say the word balls, that's a
Balls?
drink. And it,
Balls
Alina
are
just got
flying
hit
over
with
here.
balls. No, okay, to kind of go back to these people, the designers that we have
Mike
so
out.
far. And, you know, most of us like Daniel here. If you run down the line of designers, did anybody else stick out as like a really lovable character? Because to me, Amanda, kind of a B word. Benjamin, micromanager. Cindy, very, I don't know, she just couldn't take criticism.
Defensive.
Yeah.
Very defensive, right? James, off on his own island. Joseph, weirdo.
Love him.
Kate was totally snotty. Leanna, she was really snotty in the first episode. She was actually a little bit more lovable when paired
Right.
with Daniel, but still nothing, you know. What about Matthew?
I feel like I haven't seen enough
Centric.
about him.
I'm an artist. I'm an
Oh, that's
artist.
right.
That just turned me off.
I'm
of
an
him. I was
artist
like,
and
you
I-
can be an artist
Yeah.
and make something wearable
Yeah.
and functional.
Yeah.
I think
Whatever,
our favorites
cop
might
out.
shift,
I think
obviously,
they
as
will,
we
as we
continue
see
into
more
the
of their
season.
things, but
Because
Yeah.
I'm not seeing what Virginia's seeing in
No.
Joseph just
love
yet.
him.
But then Michelle was, you know, hey, I'm gonna ditch my team. Patricia's eyes got so wide in this episode, I thought they were gonna jump out of her head.
She
one
reminded me
point.
of my basset hound. I don't know why. But it was like sad and a little droopy.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Richard, he was pretty cordial and nice
He's
throughout
fun.
the episode. He was
I
fun.
think I think the favorite's gonna end up being 2.
Two?
Out of
Oh,
nowhere.
Two out of nowhere, just because he hasn't really been involved in the episode so much.
Yeah, the
I
only thing
do love
we
my Asians
You
on
do love
Project
Asians.
You
Runway.
do. Like,
Got
come
yellow
on.
fever.
Nobody will
Not to
replace
offend
Cougar.
anybody out there. Anyways,
Well, let us know who your fan
Workroom.
favorite is.
let us know.
Workroom. While you guys were watching the workroom, did you guys see any standout looks? Were you already confident that one team was better than another? Cougar?
Standout looks. Actually, it was on the winning team, and I liked it. But then on the runway, which we'll get to later, I didn't like it as much. I liked Amanda's look in the workroom. I thought she
Keeping
was
it
coming
real?
up with on keeping it real. I thought it was a cute, kind of tennis skirt almost that she was coming up with. And yeah, it looked like it was in good production. She was
Was
doing,
it 2 pieces or was
no,
it a dress?
was one. It was one. Cute
I
little
thought it
dress.
was cute
flowing.
because as a former cocktail waitress, she was dead on. You want to be cute. You want to
Right.
like that's how you're making your money, with the little low cut cleavage and
Tips.
your
Yeah.
legs looking all
I
nice.
wrote down Amanda's great dress. So that's what
That's
I
what you thought.
picked out right
Nice.
away.
I even liked it down the runway. I mean, we'll talk about that later, but
Yeah,
it was just
I didn't
a
like it down the
cute,
runway. So
simple black dress. It could have used some length on the skirt, but
yeah,
I think she could
Right.
have used a push-up bra
probably.
yeah, that too.
or some boobs.
That was a personal thing. That wasn't Amanda's fault.
It's not
Yeah.
your fault,
It's
Amanda.
not Amanda's fault.
Yeah.
Maybe if Susan Sarandon wore the dress,
Yeah.
There you go.
she'd
Low.
fill it in.
I don't know that I had a standout look. I feel like I was noticing the things that I didn't like. But what was very obvious, and I think throughout this entire episode, was that Keeping It Real was obviously working together a lot
Great
better.
teamwork
Just
there.
completely all throughout every single contestant on that team, they were all working as a team. You didn't see really one person trying too hard to, break off. But the dream team, they were just so separate, and then there was Benjamin trying to dip his nose in everything. And I understand that he has experience and that he may know what he's doing, but I don't know. You need to come, if you're going to be a part of a team, you need to have a little bit more faith in the team.
Right.
And you can't just volunteer yourself as the leader. If you're going to lead, you need a team that's going to let you lead and let you follow. And it was obvious that they didn't want so much of his input or his micromanaging. And so I think it was just very obvious that Keeping It Real would be the successful team just because they were working together so well.
Yeah, and the episode did try to throw a curveball and maybe kind of insinuate that Keeping It Real wasn't all that. But I mean, I think you could tell through their teamwork
Yeah.
that they were gonna maybe come out on top.
I think to play a little bit of devil's advocate though on Benjamin's behalf, they didn't have teamwork the first time, so I think he was trying to step up because nobody else
Yeah.
would.
Yeah.
I think if
Yeah.
somebody else would have challenged him, maybe then, but he saw them being so uncohesive. He tried to figure out
Yeah.
a way to make it work, but they just weren't having it. So
Yeah, I just
he,
think
he couldn't do much with
Right.
it.
I think maybe he just needed a different approach or maybe that whole group is just totally stubborn and wants to do their
I
own
think
thing.
they're really dysfunctional. And to give Benjamin more credit, I think as they did the pull away shots where he was just talking on his own, they he seemed really sincere. He
Yeah.
wasn't being arrogant. He really just wanted the team to do well. He just maybe didn't go about it in the right way.
Right.
And again, we did have the defensive Cindy, so
Yeah.
it makes him look worse when she's
Cindy,
Sitting there
did anybody
complaining.
else notice that she didn't know how to turn on her sketch tab?
I didn't even know.
I did.
I
She
think
was like, put the pin here.
Yeah.
Do you think she's defensive though because of her age? Because she's already going in thinking that people's eyes are on me. People are going to think I'm the weakest link because I'm older and maybe a little less in touch with, modern style.
That and she just graduated from, design school.
absolutely. And on top of it, her last dress
Was atrocious.
horrendous, and they let her know. So
And
I
think
would be seeking help if I was in the bottom in the first week and obviously, my taste just wasn't for the judges. I would be asking opinions because I would so badly not want to make the same mistake. And obviously, if that was me, I'd be seeing something so beautiful about my gown that, no one else is. So I'd really be seeking advice.
that's the difference between Liana or Leona, whatever. And Cindy. We see her take the criticism and love it and learn from it. Cindy, not so much.
No.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely an age thing because, you know, when you're older, you do think you know a lot. You're trying to prove yourself. And we saw Patricia. She was like, I don't want to make leggings. She
Oh my
was
God.
like flipping out over
she
that.
didn't want to set her, like, you know, she had to show off, and Tim Gunn put her in her place.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
That's why we loved Tim Gunn.
Called her out. Ego.
Yeah.
She was the only one, I think, of the Keeping It Real team that was really like, I want to do my own thing. I need to find a way to do my own thing. But yeah, it didn't work out for her.
And we brought up Tim Gunn. He comes in there and he really has positive stuff to say to Keeping It Real.
Yep.
Daniel is happy. He says, we've got it in the bag. But then, like you mentioned, Patricia. What's up with the leggings and the skirt over it anyways, and getting defensive about everybody, like, you know, trying to tell you something.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just Tim. Everybody's telling you.
I gotta show my own work. I gotta show, you know,
Yeah.
I'm part of the team, but I gotta show myself. And that really wasn't the team spirit. And Tim just called her out right away. Everybody was like, yeah, you know, be a part of our team. Like they were gonna be accepting of her if, you know, if she came through. But she didn't.
I was confused because every person on that team had like long sleeves or they were wearing sweatshirts. I was thinking, you're running around as a waitress. Aren't you going to be hot? Like that, I was kind of confused. And then the leggings were there and I was like, maybe they're, I don't know. I don't know why you would be completely covered like that.
Doesn't make sense, but Tim put her in her place. He
Right.
said, stay away from over designing. Don't let your ego get to you. Have some restraint.
Yeah.
Tim knows best. We know.
Yeah,
Tim knows
we know.
best.
And then they get to the dream team.
Dream team.
Bad.
Not so dreamy.
Not so dreamy.
So much
More like a
conflict.
nightmare.
Michelle's already ready to drop her team.
Mhm.
I mean, she even mentions, I don't even know if we'll have 5 looks to walk down the runway. And that was a bit of an exaggeration, as we see later. But they're really just so
Disjointed. and-
disjointed, not willing to be cohesive. I don't know.
Yep,
I-
we don't see them come together. We see like a really hodgepodge of ideas and then boring ideas until Tim's doing his analysis and he's like, okay, Matthew, he's going to be putting together a pair of jeans, which was a joke. I thought, okay, you know, when he said, I'm going to make jeans, how is he going to do that and make them interesting more than a pair of, you know, Levi's, right?
Why did he decide? Didn't he decide to make jeans because basically he's like, I don't do this. I don't want to do this. So I'm going to take the bottoms. It was like a cop out. It was like, I don't want to do anything. So I'm going to take the
too
bottoms
artistic
and I'm
for
going to make
this.
jeans. And then it was like his way of just not really wanting to deal with the challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, such a bad attitude.
Yeah.
Another person on that team with a bad attitude was James. They were talking about how he's a
man.
castaway.
Yeah.
He just, he was going to separate himself to make, you know.
Oh, jeez.
my, not
Where do these
cool.
keep coming from? Balls.
Steven's got a lot of balls over there.
Steven has balls. Anyways, Castaway James
James.
didn't want to
Yes.
listen to anybody. They had remarked during the mood run through, like, what the heck is the colors that he's picking. I was a little questionable about his sketch in the first place, and he went off on his own. I gotta show. He did kind of the Patricia,
Right.
but he really separated. He said he gotta show himself, prove himself this time around.
Yeah. Yeah, it was interesting to see because, I mean, I feel like when I even think about the episode, I almost don't even remember what they put in front of us because there were so many different pieces. Like you said, a total hodgepodge of ideas. It was not good. And Tim, like his face the entire time that they were showing things, he just looked,
Ghastly.
yeah, like what is happening right now? Yeah, it was bad.
Can we all do that face?
It was bad. What did he call
That's
it?
what he looked
Who
like.
He quoted Michael Kors,
Yeah.
and he called.
Wackadoodle.
Whose look did he call Wackadoodle?
Who was the wackadoodle?
Was it James?
Oh.
This is just wackadoodle.
No, wasn't it Benjamin when he showed like the top,
Yeah,
like the
the
mesh
the
top
top.
with
You're
the
right.
design underneath, and
Right.
Benjamin, who's
To quote
supposed
Michael
to be
Kors, this is wackadoodle.
leader. Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah. And then so we see Matthew, you know, they do the critique of Matthew and he's going to go from denim because Michelle had made a joke about doing kilts. So all of a sudden that became a great idea. Tim Gunn, yes, let's do kilts. I fault Tim for that. I'm
Yeah.
faulting Tim for that.
I mean,
I thought it was a good idea.
I did too.
I thought it was kind of cool.
I think going from jeans to kilt, anything sounds like a good idea, you know? And it was funny, but then when they put the balls are our business on the balls,
I liked it.
that's a problem. I mean, it's funny.
Yeah. Ow.
It was
Rude.
funny. I appreciated it, but you really can't have that walking around a restaurant unless you are Dick's Last Resort, Hooters. I mean, that's
Right,
kind of
right.
the level that it takes it to.
Well,
you
then
know?
maybe I don't understand the level of this place because I mean, balls is our business. That's your slogan. Like,
I'm
you're kind of a
sorry.
fun place.
I
right?
think
Yeah.
Spin. I think you could have it at Spin.
Yeah, you could
Come
have it
on.
there.
Susan
don't know.
Sarandon was acting like her place is a classy establishment.
Right.
Susan,
Balls
we know
is our
that you were
business.
running around with your Hooters out, at your ping pong social
And your
club.
little 20-year-old boyfriend.
Okay. And your
Yeah.
comments tonight were weird.
Weird.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
What do you
Alright, I'm
mean it's a skort? What's a skort?
1994. I will
Yeah, right.
send you my school pictures.
I
later.
know.
I had so many khaki, blue jean, red.
Right? All different
Listen,
colors.
for a 9-year-old girl, that is the thing to wear because you can be cute, but you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about
You can play on the
crossing your
playground.
legs.
It's like, you know, when you were little, you wore skirts, but you put shorts underneath. You didn't have to do that with this.
I know.
You
I
could
have
play
no experience with
sports in a
skirts.
skort.
No experience
I
with
have
sports.
zero. No.
What?
Not my thing.
What about kilts?
Ooh, nope, never done the kilt either. But I do think that they can be fashionable, so you
Yeah.
know, I do like that. The last thing that happened in the Team Dream Team was everybody's, you know, ripping apart of James. Total murder on his ugly shirt that was awful fitting, and yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Ugh,
I
bad.
think it was fair.
Fair?
It was so bad.
Their awful review. It was terrible.
I mean, everything he made was terrible. The shirt. Why just pick on the shirt? They didn't have anything to say about those pants.
Yeah.
The
The Euro
Toros pants.
capri pants.
Oh no, this was before he even got to the capri pants. You know, his
Yeah.
Oh, this was
terrible
the-
shirt, yeah, in the workroom, you know, and then he had to run around and scrap fabric from people because he had used
Oh, that's
all his
right.
terrible initial fabric.
Well, on the
on that
runway,
awful shirt.
he had the audacity to be like, "Well, my team made me make this shirt because
My team
they
made me do
didn't
it.
know.
Yeah,
And then I wanted to say, did they also have you pair it with that skinny belt?
Did they?
Yeah,
Because
right?
What woman's closet
Yeah.
did they get that from?
Did they also train you to be a terrible designer? Or
And then
what?
I can't wait till we get to the runway because oh snap.
Oh,
It had a delay. I'm sorry.
Lemieux is being really ballsy tonight. Honestly,
Better be careful.
Anyways,
I know.
But I can't wait till we get to the runway when he just tells Nina, or he's telling everybody about the whole someone has to see it so many times, and Nina
Oh,
was
that's
like,
right. What? You have to see it 9 times before you buy it?
I don't
or
ever have that
something?
problem when I'm shopping.
No.
I see it and I'm like, I
Yeah.
have
You're
to
like,
have it.
done. That's
And
true.
if you do have to see it 9 times,
You shouldn't buy
then
it.
you shouldn't
buy
buy
it.
it.
I think, but if you are looking at something 9 times, like you've gone back to it, you probably don't even like it that much at that point.
no,
Yeah, 'cause
you
you're
Right?
over it.
You're like,
No.
ah, forget it. This is
Who would?
stupid.
No, nobody goes back.
Well,
9
that just goes to
times.
show
What
you
is- yeah,
James
that was
is
dumb.
not.
But okay, so then you have the good critique over in the workroom, or actually we end kind of back on keeping it real with them, looking at some more before Tim calls them out to go get their hair and makeup, and we see Stanley struggling. And that's all that I wrote down here. Stanley's struggling right before the runway, and right before that is when
Yeah.
Michelle, they cut to Michelle. You know, they break from the workroom to go home, and Michelle's like, "Get me out of here! I'm a beeline out of this team." And then Stanley has a breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next
That
day.
team
He
is
doesn't
just
do
ready to all jump ship. But I think that's their problem. They're like 1 foot out the door on their own team. And it's like, you need to just get over it. You're on teams all season. Like,
Right.
help each other out. But maybe next.
Maybe they didn't get
next
the
week.
memo.
They didn't.
Or
It was a
maybe they're
surprise.
just all for themselves and are hoping all
Right.
the other people are going to fail anyway. So, because I mean, that could be another, like, as long as their stuff's good, all their weak people can go home.
We'll see.
We really
know.
haven't
It's
seen
gonna be
anything
hard,
good
yeah.
from their team yet. So
Yeah, that's true.
anyways.
We haven't.
All right, let's get to the runway. Speaking of that, we start with the Dream Team, and let's do what we did last week and name our favorites and our
goodness.
least favorites from each team. And you guys think about it. I will tell you guys my favorites from Dream Team first. My favorite was Samantha and 2. They made this cute little dress, not dress, it was a skirt and a top.
It had like a vest over. Yeah.
Sheer top with the vest over it and a fitted skirt for the waitress. I thought it was fashiony yet functional and cute, and it still had some of that sex appeal you were talking about, Virginia. And my choice for worst was obvious, James. I just wrote bad. Crop pants are not for men. Just don't do it, especially those Euro.
I wish somebody would have told me that my freshman year of college.
Just bad. And the ugly tank, it was all wrong. Where's the taste?
Ugh.
So bad.
Cougar?
My favorite piece from the runway from Dream Team was Michelle's dress, the opening look. I thought it was it was a sleeveless dress that had a pocket where the server could put her little pad of paper and pen. Had an interesting neckline and kind of this great cowlish, I don't know, whatever you call that. How would you guys describe that? Better than me.
Large collar.
Large collar, yeah.
Oversized.
Her oversized collar, but I thought it was super cute. I actually didn't. I thought it was more something that looked like it could be off the rack than a serving outfit, but I thought it was cute.
You know what I didn't like about that? Because I thought it was okay. I didn't like that she did elastic around. She did like elastic around the
arm.
Yeah.
That was weird. I thought
that
weird.
was so strange. I was like, why would you do that? And I thought if there was anything
Girls with big arms.
No, because it wasn't even like.
No, girl.
I don't even know what the point of that was. Why they needed that, but I thought it really cheapened the look. I thought it could have looked a lot better had she not done that. But my favorites and not so favorites of the Dream Team are the same as yours, Alina. I wrote down Samantha and 2. I didn't know how functional that that outfit would be because it didn't look comfortable. Maybe it was just really tight. But in general, I thought it was the nicest look. I thought it was the cleanest look and the most fashionable. And the back, I remember they had like this mesh circle cut out.
Yeah.
I don't even know how much I loved that, but I liked the gray and the black and the vest skirt combo. And then aside from the crop pant and the skinny belt, which was the skinny belt, that's bad. That is so bad. That top, like, I mean, I know we see like color blocking nowadays, but that was like distracting. The way he did it was distracting because it didn't go all the way across. It was just like the square patch of color on the tank down at the bottom. And it just was like weird to me. I didn't even like it. But what I love the best about the critiques on this outfit was Heidi's about, you don't want someone serving you food with like, men have hairy armpits. Why do you want their hairy armpits exposed? Could you imagine like they're like when the guy's arms are down and it's like hairs sticking out or something? That's so gross. Oh,
let's not imagine that.
Like men's, armpits are just nasty on men.
and period.
Yeah, armpits are gross.
It's really gross.
Alina,
I remember
hide your armpits, please.
Keep them down.
Can we zoom in on Alina's armpits?
Underarms.
Oh, sorry.
For me.
Underarms. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, no, I remember I played.
It's really an armpit, but
it's like the classy term.
Underarms.
Is it? Is there a classy term for that?
I don't know.
Am I just making that word up?
No, that's true. Like underarms. Yeah, that's true.
That's a word.
Question.
That's a term.
Either way, men have hairy ones, and we don't want our food around it.
Heidi was right. Heidi thinks about these things when she's.
I thought about that. That was the first thing I thought.
Really?
Yeah, it is disgusting. I was gonna say I played volleyball and I played on this co-ed league, and I just can remember when I was up at the net, there was this very hairy man blocking, and I just had to look at this hair, and it grossed me out every time I was at the net. I was like, they're trying to mess up the, I'm trying to miss the serve or something.
Nasty.
It was nasty.
I would pull it. Like,
no,
just to mess up the team. God, you guys have no competitive edge. That would have been my defense right there.
Virginia,
oh, you're talking about volleyball.
The gold in volleyball.
Yeah. No. I agree. I didn't like that at all. It didn't make sense to me. The capris were terrible. The tank was awful. The skinny belt. I didn't really like any of them. The most would be probably the brown romper thing. But why was it brown?
Yes.
Michelle's, you mean? The like
yeah.
it was like khaki
I
brown.
just
Yeah.
it didn't go with anything.
It-
Were you
No,
guys
it
kinda
didn't
lost?
go
There
with
was
it
no
at all.
branding to it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, and then the branding on what was it? Those capri pants.
Wait.
Why were there 2 logos
On the butt. Oh, and his explanation is
Didn't
when
even
people
notice.
when people are leaving, they're gonna see those guys' butts, and then the image will stick in their mind. Is that they'll know where they were. They won't forget if they see it on the guy's butt.
On 2, like you need 2 logos. That,
Right.
like
Well, okay, back to
was
Michelle's
ridiculous.
though. Yeah, if you think about it, what if it was black and it had
Yeah.
some branding on it?
if it was black, it
been
would have
nice.
been a
Could've been
really
nice.
cute romper. Take out the elastic.
Yeah.
I would like that.
You know,
Okay.
speaking of branding, there's something you guys should probably talk about right now.
You're right, you guys. We have. I wish that little thing. We have a banner where you can click on our site on AfterBuzzTV.com and go and buy a bunch of AfterBuzz merchandise. You guys, we have everything: bags for the ladies, T-shirts for the guys and girls. Do we have tanks so guys can show off their hairy
Their
armpits?
armpits.
We have
with the-
onesies, cute little babies.
Oh, that is cute.
Wait, there's
iPhone
AfterBuzz
covers.
onesies?
I thought
we
iPhone cases.
Do you want one?
Onesie?
We could maybe squeeze you into one.
Oh yeah.
What about Snuggies?
Yeah, you
Maybe
guys.
not. Maybe we're not there yet. I
We
don't
have
know.
After-
Show
AfterBuzz
your
Snuggies.
support. I'm gonna go buy something. We all are.
Right.
Do you
Yeah.
already know what you want?
No.
Everything.
I need to look.
Next
Always.
week you'll see us with some AfterBuzz swag.
But do us the favor, check it out. Go on AfterBuzzTV.com, click on the banner, and at least give our merchandise a little look.
Yeah.
Plus,
That's exciting.
if
I
you're
haven't
bored,
seen it. I
shopping
wanna
is
see it.
always fun. Always. Believe me. All right.
Anyway.
Next team, keeping it real on the runway. My favorite personally was Stanley,
Family.
a men's look.
Huh.
He had the sweatshirt type of t-shirt and then a dropped crotch pants for the guys. I thought it was hip, young, and functional all at the same time. Really simple. He got the point across though. And my least favorite was Joseph.
Joseph
Yeah.
and Richard.
With the
Bad.
branding on the pockets, I don't know what the heck was going on with those pants. They were just really wide leg,
Yeah.
sweatish. I don't know.
And they had
I was
the
confused.
branding up top here.
The branding up top, they liked it because it had the whole little net thing that was functional, and the t-shirt was not bad. It's just
Right.
What's the slogan again? Ball something.
Balls are our business.
Balls are our business right here.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was sporty looking. I mean, these guys are running around picking up balls. And, you know, it seemed functional. And I loved the pants. I thought the
I did
graphic
not.
was cool.
but not the graphic. It's not the graphic
I didn't
that
think
bothered
it
me.
fit
The
the
shape,
environment at all.
the
Do you
shape
think
was
about
so
the place?
funky.
Yeah.
They were so wide. Like
Mm.
I've never seen
But they
that.
were, like,
in
comfy, I thought. Like,
They
you would
might be
when you're running
comfy.
around.
I don't know. I didn't actually
Listen.
like the graphic. I thought it was just too much. Like,
Yeah.
it was just too big or too in your face. I think it could have just, for my taste, it could have been done a little bit differently. And then when I would see that model walking, that thing that he had to hold the stick in the back, it just looked like he should have been in the Hunger Games. Like, it was like a bow and arrow that he should have pulled out. Like, it just looked funny if he was walking around carrying that thing the whole time. And for that to be the reason why they like this outfit, I don't understand it.
It was Susan Sarandon. I swear to you
That
guys, it
wild
was
lady.
She was thinking about investing in vacuums for the balls.
Yeah.
But then she really liked that idea of the holster.
because it saved her money.
Yeah, save
The,
money.
the top was really tight for a guy. It was
That
like
was
a
really
I
tight,
liked it.
tight tee.
That's my
You
style.
are
And are you
like,
trying to say you weren't
She
in with
likes
that?
it
You weren't
tight
good
on
with
the
that?
top and loose on the bottom.
I like Metro guys. I can't help it. Like that.
Well, James made a fabulously
Not
Yeah,
that Metro.
right.
That's Euro Metro. I like
Yeah, that's
American
true.
Metro. There's a difference.
That's
So-
that outfit is actually going to be sold all over Europe.
Yeah,
Did we
right.
talk about that?
What?
Did we mention that the winners would get their
Yes,
thing?
we did.
Okay. sorry.
A part of the challenge. No problem.
Yeah.
So you talk about your
Favorite.
Did you
No,
give us?
I don't think Cougar went. Did you go?
No?
Nope.
No.
Okay.
Favorite was the it was Daniel and Leanna's. Their waitress, they had like a top that was long sleeve white with a cute kind of vest over it, and the vest paid homage to the bouncing of balls. And then there was a skort, and that goes back to what we were talking about earlier as far as Susan Sarandon not knowing before tonight what a skort was, which is very suspect. Susan Sarandon, what are you on? And yeah, anyways,
She's
it was
just
just
old.
yeah, she's old, but I think
But she had daughters.
everybody knows what a skort is. Come on, don't even try to act like
did
that.
she not
You were in
dress her
Aliens, didn't she wear a
daughters?
skort in Aliens?
It's like not you
No,
not
I'm just
knowing what a
kidding.
spork is.
Yeah.
I think they're one and the same.
Yeah, but it was super cute. I think if they kind of did a little something different with the collar on the vest. I didn't really like that it had the ball shape or the ball bouncing thing, but the rest of it was really cute and functional.
Yeah.
And so that was my favorite. My least favorite was Stanley's boring male outfit.
Ooh.
I thought it was a snoozer.
It was.
Cougar, I think whoever you sit next to, you tend to like. There's going to be a disagreement.
Listen,
That-
the
that-
outfit, the Liana and Daniel's outfit was tacky as hell.
Tacky.
It was cute.
It
No,
was cute.
I don't think it was
It was
tacky.
cute.
Ooh,
No,
it
thank you,
was-
Virginia.
It was really cute because the
ugly collar, the back.
the asymmetrical part was awful. But if they would just even that out, it makes your back look nice. Anytime you have a
Yeah.
racer back like that, it's very complimentary. Plus, a vest
Unless
always.
you have broad shoulders. It's not
Yeah,
good.
but I'm thinking the people that they're hiring to work there aren't going to be having broad shoulders.
They don't hire broad-shouldered people,
No.
so
Yeah.
don't go apply.
No.
But after they're playing all that ping pong, because I'm
Look at
sure
that.
they get to go in there for free.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
big old manly.
Right.
Yeah, but I still think it would compliment them and.
Hitting the balls around.
Alternate.
But no, I agree. I thought it was really, really cute. And the sweats, no. Like
Yeah,
that.
this is
Sweat t-shirt.
The sweat
sweat?
With
t-shirt.
hip. You guys,
Wait, what are you
there
talking about?
would be-
Stanley's?
Stanley, I did
what?
not like
no,
it either.
okay. Alina, what made that hip?
Because I could see a young
It is a
guy
trend.
today wearing it on Melrose.
Hip hop?
It's
Yeah,
true,
hip-hop.
you guys.
Wearing it
The
on
crotch, the
Melrose?
droopy
on
crotch.
Melrose.
Absolutely.
It's a trend right now. It's very in
Droopy.
style.
Droopy
Hey guys, can we
crotch?
try not to talk over each other so much?
Okay.
No, that's what we want
But
to
the
do.
droopy crotch was hot when I was wearing Jinkos in middle school.
Jinkos?
Yes, but as we all know,
anybody-
trends come back.
Yeah. Stanley wasn't my favorite. My favorite, I don't think it was tacky, Liana and Daniel. It was my favorite out of this group because I think it made the most sense, but I did not like the collar and I didn't like the higher and lower uneven racer back. I didn't like it at all. Just like clean it up, make it even, and I think it would look really nice. And it was similar to, Samantha and choose for the whatever team, dream team. So those were my favorites. My least favorite was Kate and Patricia. That skirt, it was like the black skirt with the leggings underneath, and then they had it was like a pink
yeah.
silky drapey top. It made absolutely no sense for this challenge, for this venue. I didn't even see how this could work for this entire challenge. It made absolutely no sense to me.
I agree. That was my least favorite also because, and I think the thing they need to start, like when they're sending 5 looks down, it should look like a collection.
Right.
And the rest of them I felt like looked like a collection, but that one didn't. That one was like, okay, this is a random piece that doesn't make any sense. And why would you want something drapey when you're running around serving
Silky.
people?
Yeah,
Like,
and it was,
it's going
like,
to get
silky.
caught on things or it just.
That just goes, this is just part of, it just shows us how much they really didn't work together. This is just one of those examples where the team wasn't working together. They didn't create anything cohesive and they just wanted to do their own thing. And I just think this is an example of that.
How about
Bad.
your favorite, Virginia?
My favorite was the racerback. That cute little
Racerback?
outfit. And I thought it was cute how they put the logo right there on the back too, because that was perfect. And her hair was braided really cute. They styled her really well. And she seemed like she liked it. I liked how
Yeah.
she pulled out the
She
little
looked like a
pen.
little server chick.
Yeah.
The hair was really cute.
I don't
have
even
to
remember
say.
the hair.
It was the French braid.
Yeah,
It's
it was
like a
kind of like
French
over on the
fringe on the
side.
side.
Yeah.
Cute.
Cute.
All right,
Cute.
the outfit.
Super cute.
Love it.
Love it.
All
Love you, mean it.
Let's get to our winner, you guys, of the night.
Yay.
You 3 win. Boo. Liana takes it. I thought it was really sweet of Daniel to give her the credit. He
Yeah.
said he had immunity this past week, and he wanted to give it to her. Plus, I feel like he did a lot of the work. He did help her out.
Yeah, that
He's
was
such
nice.
a good Papa Bear.
Wasn't that
Yeah,
nice
he
of you
could have
guys?
said, well, I could take it because I really,
I'll take two in a
taught
row.
her how to do this. He could have, but he didn't. And I thought that was really sweet. And he was genuinely happy for her
He
when they
was.
won. I like him. I want to hug him.
I
He
feel like he could twirl his little mustache when he talks.
He really. Twirl it.
When he thinks, he probably just sits there and plays with it.
Plays with it.
Maybe.
There's probably a lot of instances during the day where he sits there and plays with it.
What are we talking about? Are we talking about the theme or are we talking about the mustache?
Not what I meant.
Okay.
Maybe.
Sure.
Anyways.
And the loser of the night was, is anybody surprised? Adios, James.
James.
Yay. You know, James.
I know how teamwork works.
Right. James made me feel like I can audition to be on Project Runway and possibly have a chance.
Yeah. That's
I know you wouldn't.
We
make
should
those
all
terrible-
try.
Wait.
We should all try.
Emily made me feel like that from last episode.
I'm gonna be the best.
If I could just tear something up in a sewing machine, I could totally be
Glue
on
gun.
Project Runway. Yeah.
Right.
And glue gun stuff.
Yeah.
James, he
I'm
actually had a
crafty.
little, sewing skills, but but he had terrible ideas and terrible teamwork.
Yeah.
I know how teamwork works, and this isn't working, or whatever. However he said that, it was so funny.
He was lost. Castaway was the perfect way to put it. Anybody get predictions for next week?
Next week they're
That's
designing
hard.
for Heidi.
That's right.
That's right. And we see them sweating, and then we see there's like a part where Benjamin, they're like working frantically, and we see
Tears? Do we see tears?
Yeah,
Is
he's
that a
like
little-
crying, and then Nina Garcia says it's like the worst thing she's ever seen or something. Oh, here come more balls.
Oh my
out our
God.
faces.
Oh my
Good
God.
balls.
One of the ball boys from
Dangerous.
Spin is in here, and he's
In his
not doing a
kilt.
very good job.
Oh my
so
God, how are we gonna do our predictions with all these balls
Oh!
flying out our face?
my prediction is Samantha
It came
is
right at my face.
been going under the radar. She's gonna come and
and knock some socks off.
knock some Heidi socks off.
Really? That's a good
Cougar.
one.
My prediction is that. Well, I think it's still gonna be in the keeping it real, unless they actually. I kind of feel like they might switch up teams because it's a bit lopsided now.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that Richard is gonna put something really cool out there, and I'm totally just making that up on the spot
man.
right now because I really like Daniel, and I just can't wait
Yeah.
to see what he does. Again,
I know.
Flo?
I really like Daniel, but I feel like he can't stay at the top forever. So I'm going to say, I think throughout the season, my prediction is that Patricia's going to stay in for a good amount of time, and we're going to see some really pretty things from her. That's such a weak prediction, but that's all I have.
Virginia.
I have a feeling that Joseph is gonna make something baller next week.
baller,
With kittens.
baller, mountain of kittens, baller.
Yeah, right.
And you guys are gonna be blown away.
That
And
is
then y'all will
bold.
join my
That's
Team
ballsy.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Virginia's got balls on
Team
that one.
kittens.
Nice.
Sure
Hope you guys are
Two.
drunk as hell right now.
Yes. As always, thank you for joining us. Follow me on Twitter at _Alina23. Cougar.
At Cougar Tweets.
And I'm at @low_Vias.
And you can follow me at Virginia Reyna.
Thanks, everyone.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Bye.
See you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.